Hello there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Zephyr and I are here today to talk to you about a series that I am just really excited about. So it's not a new series. It's been out for a while. I've seen it and I've heard people talk about it, but I was never really hyped to read it until we recently actually read the first book in the Books and Bites group, which is the library's tween and teen book group. And they picked it, we read it, I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to finally have to read it. And I did, and could not believe, I still can't get over, this was last month, and I still can't get over how much I loved the first book in this series. So, what am I talking about? What book is it? What series? It is 39 Clues. Now, this is the very first book. It's called The Maze of Bones, the 39 Clues. So a couple first little things I want to talk about. The first thing is, this is a very short book. It's just about 200 pages, 202, 203 pages. So these are really fast reads. Another thing that makes this book a fast read is that the pace is just very quick. Boom, boom, boom. There is just action starting right from the very beginning, first chapter, and the entire book is that way, which is another reason why I think that it is this short, is because if you had that much action in a really long book, it would get kind of tedious, right? Sort of like watching a Michael Bay movie. Too much action over too long of a period of time makes your brain start to fizz, right? This book is a perfect length for what it is, and it's absolutely amazing. So the second little thing I want to mention about it is that the author for this particular book is Riordan. Does that name sound familiar? I don't know, Zephyr, what do you think? Does that name sound familiar? Yes, Riordan, the author of the Percy Jackson series, the Kane Chronicles, Magnus Chase series, wrote the first book in the series. Now, this series, the 39 Clues, is written by a few different authors. So while Riordan did write this first book, he did not write the second book or the third book. There's a few different authors that wrote each one of these books. There are, in this first series of 39 Clues, there are 10 books, okay? There are 10 books, and there are also some spin-off books as well. So if you decide you want to get involved in this series and you want to see what it's all about and you want to jump in, this is the one to start with, The Maze of Bones. And then if you like it, you can finish the other books in the series and then even maybe take it into the some of the other series that spawn off of that. So what is this about? This is an action-adventure mystery series, and it is about these two kids, Amy and Dan, whose grandmother has just passed away. Woo! That's sort of a bummer to start this book off with, right? Yeah, grandmother just passed away, their grandmother who they love. Now, their parents died in a fire when they were little, so they've been living with their aunt, who is really not very nice to them ever since then. But in the summers, they get to go and visit their Aunt Grace, who lives in this big sprawling mansion, and they get to have a really great time with her. They don't really understand why they can't spend all the time with her instead of going back to the mean aunt, but that is something that they've never been able to understand. But anyway, at the beginning of this book, Grace, their aunt, has passed away. Dan is the kind of kid that has a lot of energy. He's always all over the place. Amy is more quiet and loves to read, gets kind of anxious around a lot of people. So they are very different from each other, these siblings, but together they make a really awesome pair. So when the funeral is done, this guy named McIntyre, who is basically like the grandmother's secretary, steward, whatever, calls all the family, and there is a lot of the family, into the special room and says, there is something everybody needs to know. The Cahill family, because that's the name of Grace and Amy and Dan, Cahill is the most important family in the world. They have all these secrets. They have been behind all kinds of different things throughout history. And basically, there is this huge scavenger hunt that they either can decide, everybody in the family can decide either they want to partake in the scavenger hunt and see what the thing is at the end of it, or they can leave with $1 million. That's it. So most of the family decides to do that, but there are some, including Amy and Dan, who decide that they want to try to go on this hunt for the 39 clues. So this book is a big puzzle within a puzzle. It's like, what is the mystery of the family? What is the what are the 39 clues? Why are there 39 of them? Who are the people in the family? The historical figures? Well, from what I can tell, each book takes place in a city or two. So this book takes place mostly in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and also in Paris, France. And I have a feeling that the rest of the books are these kids going to each different place trying to figure out the clues. This book was really, really interesting. It was fun. It was fascinating. Like I said before, it was really fast paced. So if you are the kind of person who doesn't like a lot of build up in stories, you don't like a lot of long exposition, boom, in and out. You're going to love this series because it's a lot of action, a lot of mystery, and a lot of fun. It's fantastic. I already put books 2 and 3 on hold. I cannot wait to read them. I am just really loving this series, and I think you will too. It will really hook you with the mystery and stuff like that. So give this one a shot. 39 Clues. Well, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope that this series sounds really awesome and exciting, and that you're going to be really super hyped to read it, just like I've been really excited to talk to you about it today. If so, please feel free to come check it out from Farmington Community Library. And also, thank you so very much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful rest of the day.